A new travel platform is making it easier for people to plan a visit to Oceanside.
Visit Oceanside has launched a travel platform, Love Oside, is that how you say it? Okay, Love Oside, which focuses on responsible travel. With us now to explain all of this and talk about it, Shay Geary, the Director of Public Relations and Corporate Communications for Visit Oceanside. I just want to make sure I said it right. Just want to jump the gun there. Let's talk about this platform, what the goal is. So people who are maybe visiting from out of town will have this resource on the website for what?
Right. Love Oside, it's really a travel planning resource so that people can make more thoughtful choices when visiting Oceanside. It's about leaving a positive impact on the destination and minimizing or eliminating negative impacts.
So this is not an app, it's actually on the website, Visit Oceanside. And
Correct.
Why did you guys decide to do it?
Well, more and more travelers are looking for this kind of information. They want to know how to come and be more invested in a destination. So it's really just a resource that they can go to and find information about all the great things that are going on in Oceanside and how they may contribute to that.
Where did the idea come from? Are there other cities that are doing something like this where it's like, hey, we got a lot of really cool things here. We want to make sure people are experiencing them to the maximum and I guess respecting what's going on here as well. Where did the idea come from?
There are other cities doing it. I think that the pandemic really shed a light on some issues that travel can have on places, you know, like over tourism and other things that don't necessarily apply to Oceanside, but every destination in their own way can do something for good to benefit the environment, to benefit local cultures and history, and just have a positive effect.
So talk me through how people would go about actually accessing it, and what can you look up?
So it's easy to access. It's just the URL is loveoceanside.com. And then once you're there, you have a whole bunch of drop down, and you can look at places to stay that maybe have a sustainable designation or are doing great things for community causes like coastal renourishment and food insecurity. You can find places to shop that maybe are more sustainably oriented, or places to eat that focus on sourcing local and total utilization, and ways to travel that are more green. We have a great GoSide shuttle in town that's all electric, and once you're in Oceanside, you can take it anywhere in a 3-mile radius.
How do you think this changes the visitor's experience of Oceanside, right? Instead of just going to a beautiful spot, there on the water and experiencing all the things that they're building up in Oceanside, how does this change? Because people will have maybe more of an idea, I guess, of what they're getting into.
Yeah, we like to just say that it helps create a deeper connection with the sense of place. And when you're connected to a place, you're more likely to want to cherish it and want it to be there for generations to come, rather than just consume and leave. So you'd be maybe more thoughtful about, well, when I go to the beach, I want to pack in and pack out. I don't want to overstuff trash cans. I want to respect the wildlife, pay attention to the lifeguards, things that will just overall make the destination a great place.
Supporting businesses, maybe local mom and pops, supporting the local economy, supporting historic sites, right?
Exactly, all of those things.
Oceanside has gone through quite a renaissance over the last couple of years. We've got several huge hotels, things like that. Have you seen demand for, I guess, visitors in terms of trying to find information about visiting Oceanside?
Oh, definitely, especially with our new beach resorts. Yes, the interest in Oceanside has definitely increased in the last few years, and we're really happy about that. And we just want to make sure that travel continues to positively impact Oceanside. And with that, we want to take care of our environment and take care of our community as well.
One of the things a lot of people like to do when visiting Oceanside or just coming to Oceanside for the day is the pier. I mean, obviously, it's such an iconic thing as part of our shoreline. Talk to us about the effect of last week's fire when it comes to visitors, when it comes to representing what Oceanside is all about.
Yeah, well, we just want to get the message out that, yes, there was a fire on the pier, but it was contained to just a small portion, and that Oceanside is still open, and that iconic pier is still there for all of us to enjoy, and hopefully soon it will be open in some capacity to even, experience, but it's still going to be that iconic backdrop for all those memories that you make in Oceanside down there.
And the beaches are beautiful.
They are
so many things to do.
There's so many things to do outside of the pier area as well. We have a wonderful agricultural district inland that's there for great discovery, and a side of Oceanside that people might not know. And we have our own coastal vineyard and winery even.
If somebody was coming to Oceanside for the first time, or you have a family member coming in and say, what should I do? What's your recommendation? Like one or two like great things that people should check out.
Well, it's all great, but
There's a lot of options.
definitely at the harbor. We have some great things going on at the harbor. You can go whale watching, you can kayak or paddleboard. The pier, of course, it's an iconic location, whether you're just walking on the pier or you may be trying a surf lesson, always good. But diving into our culture as well, going to the Surf Museum, going to the Oceanside Museum of Art, hitting the Mission, San Luis Rey. I mean, all of those things really tell a story about who Oceanside is.
And how it got there. Shay Geary, thank you so much.
Shay.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We do have a link on our website, fox5sandiego.com, for anybody who's interested in looking it up and kind of checking out a few things. You can do it even if you're here at home.
Sure.
All right. Thank you for visiting. We appreciate it.